Okay. Normally I have my starting soon screen. I normally have my beanie on. But today it's not going to be a gameplay or anything like that. First I want to say this is going to be pertaining over a topic, and the only way I'm able to try to get this out on my YouTube channel is by a live stream. Before we get too far into it, um, this was going to be a video, me doing a commentary over a gameplay of something, going over the allegations and everything about the topic at hand. But for some reason, this USB drive, which I've used to transfer all of my videos, um, it's a 32 gigabyte SD drive, uh, or thumb drive. It's a 32 gigabyte thumb drive. I've always used this to transfer gameplay footage from my PC to my MacBook so I can edit it. But a 5 gigabyte video would not transfer on it, and I have like 29 gigabytes left on this. We tried a handful of different other thumb drives, it would not work, and they were all like 32 gigabytes. So we don't know what happened. So please, forgive the lack of gameplay, forgive the lack of all of this, but this is a very serious topic. As you can see, I'm not plugging any sponsors, I'm not plugging any kind of merch store, anything like that. None of that's going to be in the description. Uh, what will be in the description is a link to Charlie Intel's Twitter, where you can find all of the information I found pertaining to the topic at hand. They have been pretty much staying on top of everything, and staying up to date with everything that's going on. Since the allegations have been made, it's safe to say that Activision and any of the gaming developing companies like Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer Games, none of them have tweeted since these allegations came to light. So if you are, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, a couple of people in the gaming community who've, they do Call of Duty gameplays. They built their channel on Call of Duty. I've built my channel on Call of Duty at the beginning, and that's where I got so many followers over on Twitch, because I was playing zombies from Cold War. So I felt it's right, since I've got Call of Duty videos on here, that I'm going to address these very, very serious allegations that are being made against Activision and try to raise awareness about this. Um, so I will say that I did censor one word just because I don't want YouTube to try to copyright strike me. I want to stress very heavily, these are all allegations. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. These have just been obtained through the Freedom of Information Act, that you can literally just Google it and you can find the information there. These have all been pertained in the case that Activision has responded to. So this is going on from a couple of years ago. This investigation has been going on a couple of years, and the DFEH, which is the Department of Fair, Equal, Equal Pay and Housing, I think. Don't quote me on it. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but they're suing. The DFEH and the state of California are suing Activision Blizzard for improper work practices, I guess you can say. There's a lot of sexual misconduct in the office place, and a lot of other things that are in these allegations that I'll pop up on screen as I'm reading them. But again, if you are sensitive to this type of topic, please feel free to click off of this video. I do not want to offend anybody. These are just allegations that have been brought to light, and unfortunately this does have something about the suicide of an employee, and it's very heavy. So if you're very sensitive about that topic, please click off the video now. I will also be putting up I don't have it listed right now, but I'll type it on screen here in a few minutes. But I'll also put the suicide hotline, just because this does involve the loss of life of an individual who worked there and did receive some abuse there. So without further ado, this video has been very hard to make. I've taken breaks through making it because it's very dark of a topic, and it's very heavy of a topic. You're not going to see me being very goofy or anything like this. You're probably going to see me pretty mad about this, because it's very disgusting about the allegations that are being brought out to them. And I'm not going to make this too long of a video, so again, I've been live for about 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to bring it up on screen as well so I can read it, but this way I just have like a full view of what they are. I'll pop it up on screen so you guys can actually read along with me or follow along. So again, if you haven't clicked off this video, I'll give you like 3 seconds. Actually, I'll give you 5 seconds to click off now. By the time my hand hits, we'll pop up the first screen, and we'll go ahead and talk about these allegations. Okay, you've had your time. Okay. So, the first one that says, defendants have also fostered a pervasive frat boy workplace culture that continues to thrive in the office. Women are subjected to cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office, and often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees. Male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, and talk openly about female bodies, and joke about... I'm not going to say the word, but you guys can see it right there. That's not something to really joke about, and that's something that really pisses me off, is the fact that they just joke about that kind of stuff, and not only that, but they're neglecting their responsibilities at work, coming into work hungover, drinking alcohol on the job, not doing their job and just telling the female people underneath them, if they have anybody underneath them, to do their job for them. Which, if I was to do that in any kind of a workplace, I would be fired immediately. This alone, and it gets worse. So trust me, if that offended you, I'm very sorry, but this does get a lot worse. A lot worse. Y'all know I'm very much about equality. Whether you're male, female, transgender, gay, straight, any part of the LGBTQ, if you're black, white, Mexican, Native American, I don't care. If you can do a job and you can do it correctly, then you should get that equal pay. You should get treated fairly in the place that you work. You should be given not free opportunity. You should be given the same opportunities as all your colleagues to have a better chance at getting a better pay, or not a better chance, but you know what I mean. You should have the same opportunities and chances to, get a raise or get promoted, or, all that kind of stuff. You should never be just, hey, you shouldn't have to come into work, have your boss hungover, drunk, and be told, hey, do my job for me. That's not right. In any situation, whether it's developing games or whether it's, going to Subway and working there. I don't know. I mean, no work environment should have that happen. If you are in a position of responsibility, you should be coming into work with that kind of mentality, like, hey, I need to be professional. I need to be, present in what I'm doing. I need to, work hard at what I'm doing so I can possibly move up the chain a little bit more. It's very sad. Now, we're going to get further into this, and I'm not going to get too sidetracked. So I'm going to bring up the other one. This one has 2. And another example, a female employee who worked at Blizzard Entertainment was assigned to a lower level, denied equal pay, and passed over for a promotion despite multiple factors that suggested she earned it. One of these factors is being highly rated performance reviews. She generated significantly more revenue in her marketing campaigns than her male counterpart, and she also ran almost twice as many campaigns as her male counterpart. Despite her accomplishments, her male counterpart was invited to have monthly or weekly one-on-one meetings with the vice president. She was not afforded these same opportunities and, unsurprisingly, was passed over for a promotion in favor of her male counterpart. Now, I'm going to pause right there before we get to the other one. As I said before I read that, that shouldn't have happened. She should have been given the right to get promoted. If she was and it sounded like she was very qualified for the position she was applying for, especially being highly rated by your other peers. And, you would really think, my watch is going off, I'm sorry about that. You would really think that the person generating you more money and more revenue would actually be worth promoting. If I was running a business and I had a male or female, I had a male and a female, just separate underlings, people working for me, I'm their boss. If one did better than the other, that person would get the job, no matter what their gender would be, no matter what they look like, no matter what their beliefs are. They're generating more money. They're working hard. They're trying to show that they want that position. That should be the main thing. And that's what this woman was doing. She was very highly rated. She generated more revenue, making them more money, and worked twice as hard and ran twice as many campaigns as the male counterpart that got the position. So that's not right. She should have gotten the promotion, but there's others where people are saying that, hey, they're saying I know this person, they're my friend, I'm going to hire them, no matter if there's like a male or a female who's actually, worth that position, that's actually working for that position, that's showing that that's what they want to move up. They have been known to just hire their friends, or people that know them. So, but it was, and I'll get to that part more here in just a second. It's wrong, okay? Running a professional company, if their fear is that a girl running a company that's made for first-person shoot, I'm sorry, I don't care what the person's gender is that made the game. If the game's gonna suck, I'll say it, but if the game's gonna be good, I'll say that. It's still gonna get an honest review from anyone, no matter what the person's gender. That's the least thing from our consumers, state of mind. We just want to know if the game's good. So if that's what Activision's thinking, that if a female comes in and just ruins everything, that better not be the case, because that's a wrong way to think about it. I don't know what their state of mind is. Again, these are all allegations. I'm just trying to think what would make them do this. What would make Activision have this kind of workplace mentality? I'm not quite sure, but it's very disgusting to see all of this happening. We'll get into the next part, and then I'll continue stating on giving my interpretation of it. Similarly, other female employees at Blizzard Entertainment were assigned to lower-level roles, denied equal pay, and further delayed or passed over for promotions in favor of male counterparts who lacked the same experience or qualifications, but who were friends with the male head of the unit. Exactly what I was just saying. They were hiring their friends. A newly promoted male supervisor delegated his responsibilities to his now female subordinates in favor of playing Call of Duty. Other male supervisors would refuse to communicate with female employees, going to their male counterparts for information. As I said, what are you afraid that the female's going to give some good advice? That they're going to tell you how some things could get fixed? I mean, at the end of the day, if you have the knowledge and you have the capability of doing your job to the highest degree possible, you should be given the equal opportunity to get promoted or get a raise or anything like that. You should be treated with respect, and if you know what you're doing, people should be able to come to you knowing that they can get the right information from you. regardless of what your gender is. Whether you're male, female, or non-gender identifying, or anyone, it it's disappointing to see all of this happening. Now, before I get onto this last little bit, I really want to stress that if you struggle with depression or thoughts of suicide, please, seek help. There's the suicide hotline that many people have called and gotten help from. If that's too much for you, I think there's a new one where you can actually text people and you don't even have to talk to them. You can just text them and it's the same thing. If that's still uncomfortable for you, reach out to friends, family. They're not going to hate you. They're not going to treat you any different. Your real friends and family will be there for you, no matter what you may feel. So, if you are very sensitive with topics of suicide, please do your best to try to just not listen to this or skip forward ahead a little bit, because this next part does deal with that. So, and I did blur out one word about this just because I don't want YouTube to, you know, well, I won't say it, but you'll get the point of what it is. So, in a tragic example of the harassment that defendants allowed to fester in their offices, a female employee committed suicide while on a company trip due to a sexual relationship that she had been having with her male supervisor. The male supervisor was found by police to have brought a butt plug and lubricant on this business trip. Another employee confirmed that the deceased female employee may have been suffering from other sexual harassment at work prior to her death. Specifically, at a holiday party before her death, male co-workers were alleged to be passing around a picture of the deceased's private parts. It doesn't say private parts, it does say the word, but again, I censored it for the fact for YouTube because I don't want to be, stricken for adult-rated things on my channel. My channel is not meant for younger people, but again, I don't want to, risk walking a fine line with YouTube on that part, but just know that is wrong and highly disgusting, and reading this part pissed me off the most. Now, I'm not going to get pissed on the video. I'm going to be very calm and cordial. I got a lot of my ranting out in the video that didn't want to upload. But this is disgusting. Alright? No one should be harassed to the point to where they have to go and think that the most permanent way to go about this, ending their life, should be the way out. That is never the answer. And if anyone's struggling with suicide, it's not the answer. Please just reach out to family, to friends. If this person was to have able to come up and tell her friends or family or anything, I'm certain someone would have just helped her. And I know it's not always that easy. As someone who's had sexual harassment happen to them, and I've had the 4-letter RAPE word happen to me as well, it's disgusting to see this behavior in a workplace. And it's disgusting for me because as a kid I played Activision games, not thinking anything like this was going on. Of course, as a kid, this is like the furthest thing from your mind. But it's very dark. And I think the CEO of Blizzard Activision, Bobby Kotick, and the president of Blizzard Activision as well, whose name I do not remember for some weird reason. I think it's James something. No. I looked up, president of Activision is, J. Allen Barrett. That was the guy. J. Allen Barrett. Yes. Him and Bobby Kotick. They need to be held accountable for their workplace environment. they may, if they were a part of it, they need to change to, they need to step down. I think they should step down anyways and let rule change come in, because seeing this kind of work behavior is disgusting. You know, females, you see it a lot of the time that female gamers get a lot of disrespect because they're not guys or anything like that. Or they get told they're not real gamers. And that pisses me off because I have friends who are gamers and they're girls. They're female. Trust me, they're some of the best gamers that I fucking played games with. It's disgusting that this is still going on. If people are good at their job, they should be given an equal opportunity to move up in chain of command and get equal opportunity for fair and equal pay. No matter their gender, no matter their sexual orientation, no matter their beliefs, no matter their race, at the end of the day, we're all people. And if a person is working their hardest to move up in rank, they should be rewarded for that. Now, especially if they are highly rated and very qualified for the job. Seeing these allegations make me sick and disgusted. And because of that, I won't be playing any Call of Duty games on my channel until allegations are resolved. Hopefully, you know, within time, change can happen and I may play Call of Duty again on the channel. But I don't feel right now. I'll play the Call of Duty game with my friends, my family, whoever I'm playing with, but just know I'm not making content over it until things get, you know, settled. I know that's really hard because a lot of people are really into the game, and that's not to shame them. If you like playing the games, then play the game. The developers aren't fully the problem. This is Activision itself. Now, the developing company like Treyarch and Infinity Ward and all of them, I haven't heard anything about it happening with them, but just mainly with Activision Blizzard. So because of that, you know, if you want to play the game, go ahead and play the game. I know there are some female developers on Treyarch, Infinity Ward, you know, all of them. They worked hard on the game. Enjoy it. You know, you're not a bad person for playing it. But there is, just me personally, I don't feel right putting my brand with that brand if that's, you know, the way it's going to go. So, you know, I'm stepping back from Call of Duty on my channel. Maybe in the future, you know. And I know, and don't go hating on anybody that is still making Call of Duty content, because for them, that's their job. For a lot of people, that's their job. That's how they make money. They have a lot of fan base that likes their trick shots or anything like that. Just enjoy their videos, and you know, they're not bad people for making content on it. Some people are able to step back and not make, you know, content on the game. Like me, I'm doing Pokemon now. I'm doing, a lot of people like Pokemon on my channel, so I'm doing with that. I'm gonna get back into playing Resident Evil Village. You know, so I got a couple of other games I can stream and play, and I'm fortunate for that. But other people may not be fortunate enough to do that, and that's just the way it goes. They're not bad content creators. They're not bad people for doing it. I'm gonna stress that to the very highest, that they're not bad people for doing that. You know, that's their job. That's how they make a living, and you know, I respect that. It's just, for me personally, until allegations get resolved or until Activision comes out with a change, just be aware that, you know, I may not be uploading content on there. I may still play the game with some friends or some family, but I just don't feel right making content on it. And even though that's what I built my channel on, it's something I know that's got to be done, and it's just been something that's eating away at me. I've been trying to get this video pushed out there, because, you know, I've been trying to get this video pushed out there, and everything possible. It's just been hard to edit. I have my editing software on my PC didn't want to edit the video correctly and render it out correctly. I couldn't get it transferred onto my thumb drive. So I don't know what was up with it, but I know going to a live stream is going to be the one thing I can get this out there, because this needs to be stated. And I'm going to, as I stated, I'm going to put this on in the uh, on the video itself. This isn't going to be like super perfect or anything, but I'm going to move it right here. There we go. If you are struggling with suicide, or you know someone that may be struggling with suicide, please call the number above right now on my head, like right above here. This is a National Suicide Hotline. Reach out to them, because it doesn't have to be that kind of. It doesn't have to be the answer. This is not the answer. I know with depression, I still battle through depression, and it's not easy. A lot of the times, that feels like the answer. It's not. You have friends, you have family here, and there's someone out there that loves you and will not change a thing about you. And they want to be there to help you. So if you feel like you have no one to turn to, please call the number above. This is the National Suicide Hotline. Like I said, this is very disgusting to hear what had happened. My thoughts and prayers are with the victim's family, the victim who committed suicide, along with all the other victims in this allegations. My thoughts and prayers are with all of you guys. I hope you're able to find some kind of closing, some kind of healing matter, because none of this is right. And again, this is all coming. I'm not reading a script or anything. This is all my honest opinion. I really do hope something happens, and one day I can come back and play Call of Duty. Have some laughs and everything, and it's gonna just be a big blowover, and everything will be fixed over there at their company. But until then, we have to deal with what we got right now, and I hope that the victims are able to get closure. I hope that victims are able to heal. I hope their families are able to heal, and I hope that they're able to feel safe doing their job that they love, because no one should have to switch the jobs that they love to do just because they're not getting treated fairly. I mean, yes, that is that is an option. They can just up and leave, but if that's how they're making money and that's a good paying job, believe me, I have a friend that's in video game design. He went to college for it, and I think he's graduating this year. Seeing what he does is amazing. Anybody in this entire world that's able to do stuff like that, you have my respect, because it's not an easy job to do. It's a lot of coding, it's a lot of going back and forth, and I don't have the patience to do what he does. I don't have the patience to do what any man or woman or non-gender identifying people that do this kind of work does. I mean, a lot of people say the same thing about me with me drawing, but it's amazing to see it. And anybody that's in that game and game developing industry has my respect, and I hope that this whole allegations can be brought to light. Small channels like mine may not do a whole lot. I know there's some bigger channels talking about this as well. So I hope that if any of these videos do anything, they just raise awareness and they bring light to the subject that just because you're not a guy or you're not straight or anything like that, gender, race, sexual orientation, beliefs, none of that should matter as long as you are doing your job and you're doing it to the best of your ability. You should be equally paid for what you're doing, and you should have equal opportunity to move up in your chain of command. That's my belief. But I'll keep you guys further updated with what we have. As of right now, there's no other new news. Um, just what I talked about. Again, Activision and all of the Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games, none of the companies have tweeted since these allegations came to light. So, again, my thoughts and prayers are going out to the victims and their families and anybody affected by these allegations. I hope you're able to find closure, and I hope you're able to heal. These actions are very deplorable and disgusting. And that's all I have left to say. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. Hopefully, my next stream is a little bit more happier. So, definitely, this is definitely one big bummer to have to make a video. It's disgusting. Bye, guys.